Too many.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
Bonjour.
to our Thursday night
Sure.
fun time.
Let's go.
I hope you're all having a wonderful, rainy, polleny day. I know that's what we are, and we're enjoying every moment of it. Welcome to Out of the Light. So we are going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition, with a little bit of that homebrew flavor. Not really for this campaign, huh? We're not doing. I mean, sometimes I do weird shit, but everyone's kind of doing regular published shit this time, which is fun.
Who? What?
Everybody, you're all doing published shit.
And
Brent
haven't
doesn't
we?
know. I don't know. Well, I think we had a homebrew race going.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we do homebrew weird rules, people having people living in their heads and that kind of shit. But
Hmm.
not so much of that. So who is the brave soul that is gonna do our well? Do we have any updates first? Any big things going on in Rhodes World before we
Yeah, Matt.
jump right in?
You know what the biggest thing ever is.
I do,
Sneaky
but we
tea.
shouldn't talk about that on Twitch. They have certain rules.
No,
Sneaky
Matt.
tea.
Sneaky tea.
Sneaky T is here. Oh, if you, I'm not a Twitch person. I don't know how you get it, but if you do the things you need to do to get it, you take that, Tony. I don't even know what this is so much. It's all you.
So you, there it is. It's in the chat. If you are a sub, you can use our new emote, which is I don't know who it is, but it's one handsome man. And anytime I would love to see anytime
Am I gonna
Matt
get
does
timed out?
any
How many can I do?
you can probably do an infinite amount because you're
How
a
do you
mod,
how
but
do you do it? Do you do like
Col-
hashtag
colon or maybe
colon?
semicolon colon and start typing inroads in it because it's called inroads sneaky tea.
hey,
Inroads.
look at this, dude.
Or you can just unlock it, yeah.
Yep. Uh
Haha.
if you have
Oh,
channel
it's
points, you can
But yeah,
randomly unlock it. You don't have to pick one because there's only one, so it will randomly be that one.
yeah.
yeah. So we have bless you, we have a new emote. It is our sneaky tea emote, and I would personally love it if everybody could use it. Uh, anytime I try to cheat,
Anybody, whenever anybody. This
uh,
is for when somebody is doing some roll fudging shit. Someone's trying to get one over. That's what Sneaky T is
Matt
for.
tries to fuck us. It
That
happens a lot.
never happens. I don't
Happens
know
a
why.
lot. Happens a lot. You know, if one of us does something sneaky, you throw that in the chat. That's what I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can make that happen.
I gotta say, this campaign is officially in full swing because I've upgraded from loose papers to an
Oh
actual,
yeah.
yeah, the hardback binder, baby. So
Uh-oh.
Let's
Officially.
go.
I officially
It's
had enough
serious now.
notes. I needed a way to contain them in perpetuity.
Gotta keep this up.
All right.
Alright.
So
Let's
we're
let's get
here.
into it.
Sneaky T is live and good, and
It's ready to sneak around your computer.
probably my favorite thing. Posted. I got the post up on the Twitter and the Facebook, uh, saying that we're live, and hopefully people come and join us. We know there's been a lot of stuff going on in the world, but we're trying to take a second here to just enjoy ourselves and play some D&D.
Spread some love.
All that love, all the love we got. All right. Who wants to recap for me then? Because it's time to get into it.
I
Not me this
nominate
time.
Jade. You're the only one taking notes.
All right, good. Let's see. Bink is not dead. We had a nice dream sequence for Bink where he met an angel. Let's see. I stupidly jumped into a pit. The angel saved us all. His name was Jaquil. He wants to create balance in the world, and he is divine. We slept, and Hundo and Wave are digging into the cliff. Dirt and rock starts falling. The cliff falls on us. Some people choke on some dirt. We fall, land in our earth elementals. We are in the earth plane, no longer between planes. And there's a desert in one direction and mountains in the other.
Right, and you so you had landed there, and you were making your way over. So where you are is it's not mountains as much as just this rocky, very hilly terrain that you're kind of trekking through. A lot of quite literal ups and downs as you go, having to help each other climb over some rocky peaks to move as you go. But you have indeed seen that there is a sandy desert off in the distance, and you have been making your way in that direction. And that is just that is where we're gonna
Click it.
where we're gonna pick up. Thank you for the sub.
Unlock
That was me.
sub emote.
Look at that. Oh, okay. Well, hey, whoever it
'Cause
is.
You wanted Sneaky Pete, so Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky
That's-
Pete.
that's
I'm
Stinky
telling
Pete.
Freya you said that.
Sneaky T so bad you needed to sub.
Yeah, you gotta get the sneaky tea.
How
We need a
could you
Stinky
not?
Pete.
You all need a little bit of stinky tea in your life. Stinky tea will be the next emote.
That's the
we
next
get.
emote.
Okay.
It's like T doing this.
Yep. Just like some smell waves coming off of him like he farted.
My character can't even smell anything. I can't be the stinky one.
So you
Hey,
wouldn't
you're
know.
you're the one who always tells me that my character is stinky.
That's the
That's
point,
true.
because I don't know if you actually stink.
And there you are, kind of going on. You know, you have a bit of a distance left to go as you are moving along.
Yes, definitely more than a mile.
Yes. Um.
So I tried to. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Oh no, what are you doing?
I'm looking to you for directions, Cap. Where do you want to go?
Oh, wait, where are we? Did we fall?
Yeah. We're walking in the desert away from the giant earth elementals
yeah,
who
yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah,
smash
yeah.
us.
All right, yeah. Well, let's keep going. Don't we see something? Didn't we see something in the distance when we left it last time? Maybe.
Nope, we saw a desert.
Yeah. Speaking
Desert
of
or
giant,
Sorry.
speaking of giant earth elementals, so we were using a pretty good survival check you had to move your way through this area safely last time. But it's a new session, so whoever is leading the pack, I'm gonna need a new survival check.
I'll do it.
All right. So okay,
Haha.
so Bink is leading everybody. First roll.
Our faithful navigator.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Say survival.
That's the one. Yeah.
Did it work? It did.
Whoa.
Look at that. 21, baby.
21.
That's right.
That's some.
Come on, follow me.
That's some sneaky shit. I don't.
I
if
know
believe that.
exactly where I'm going.
Okay. You are the navigator.
You navigate like a champ. Yeah. A few times, you stop and you have to like hold back the group to kind of give yourself plenty of berth as these very large, many of them just looking like hills, but some of them, like I said, far off in the distance, seeming to be moving mountains as they go. And you are being very wary as you go and keeping plenty of distance between yourself and these moving entities, which seem very much to be moving around aimlessly, right? They don't seem to, all of them, they're just kind of wandering in whatever direction they're moving in.
I'm gonna crouch down.
Yeah.
I don't want those things to find us.
Oh, no, they don't. But that doesn't help if you're being loud and sneezing.
I can't help it, Captain. It's the sand.
Cover your mouth. Use your
Ah!
manners.
And I'll turn around. Achoo! Right on the group. I'm so sorry. It just won't stop.
What is wrong with you? You sneezed on my midsection because you're so short.
I need to get out of this place. Keep walking.
You allergic to everything?
I don't know. It seems
Uh,
like it. It certainly seems like it.
Did you invent? Wait, did we invent allergies
I don't
in the
know.
fantasy world where they don't need to exist, but we have them?
I just because you don't have them, Captain, doesn't mean other people don't.
Maybe it's a gnome thing.
My eyes, one of them's like half shut. I can't. It's like barely open. Or, I can still get us where we need to go.
Yes, keep leading, navigator.
As
I'm
we're
not paying you next time.
Yeah.
as we're walking along, I'd like to keep my eyes peeled for floating earth entities that might be advancing upon the party who want to ask us to claim the middling altar in their name because it's happened so many times before. I'm kind of expecting it now.
3, right? It's happened 3 times, certainly. Why don't you give me a perception check, Wave?
That is a 16.
16. Nice. All right. So you walk for a while. You do not see any floating entities actually whatsoever. But as you're walking, after a while, you're kind of, again, coming around one of these large rocky protrusions from the ground. And down in, this little kind of like a, not a cavern, but an indent made between a bunch of these outcroppings is something that catches your eye because it's glistening. And
Yeah.
it is the only shiny thing you have seen by far in this area.
Hey, Cap, looks like there could be some treasure down there.
What? I like treasure.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, you really?
You couldn't see it if it flew up and hit you in the face.
Now both of my eyes are like pretty much closed. I was gonna say that, Wave.
I don't want you to lead us anymore. You cannot see.
Captain, how can you do this to me? What a betrayal.
You weren't leading before.
Yes, I was.
No, you were not.
Oh, what a terrible day.
Oh my goodness. How long have I known you for?
Oh, this is the worst day of my life.
Some might say too long, Cap.
Oh yeah. I could say that. Oh,
Can somebody hold me?
no.
Can I? I'm gonna try to grab on to one of their like shirts or something. I can't really see. Please.
Would you? Does someone? You make water. Can you clear his eyes out?
All right, I'll take the remaining water that's left around my head, and splash it into Bink's face and kind of have it clear out. Try to
Sure.
clear away his eyes.
Yeah,
With the extra, do that thing like that that pot thing where it goes up one nostril and out the other. Clear that out.
All right, take my hand and
It
cast a
gets-
control water cantrip and reverse the flow up one nostril and out the other.
It doesn't make it out the first one.
there's too
It's
much.
so clogged.
Where did it go? It did not come back out.
I think my brain soaked it in. It took it all.
You have a headache?
No.
Oh, okay, we're good.
Washing my face.
Oh.
The water quality is trapped in his face forever. It's fine.
Let's
You're
keep
good
going.
puffy. It's stuck in your sinuses. You're puffy now.
I feel great.
Sure. Do you?
I feel great.
Okay, let's go get that treasure.
All
Let's
right.
go.
As you go over, thank you, Dotik, for the sub. Much appreciated. You head over, and it is quite a bit of a ways down. This kind of like small valley that is there. It's not like you're going miles, but it is rather steep. So I would say it would be at least difficult terrain making your way down, and then it may be difficult to get out. Not undoable, right? But the ground is very loose here. The earth is loose. and you're going in quite a bit. And again, it's a bit hard to tell from this distance exactly what it is. There's not great light. You have to remember where you are. Although and I think this is what caught your attention really, is that near that desert, the sun is like perfect blue, pristine. Where you are, there are just really very thick clouds obscuring most of the light in your area.
Do I see any other creatures like moving down around whatever this is that might be glistening?
So I'm gonna say I'll use the last perception check. 'Cause that's kind of what you use to look for this place in the first place. And looking around, you don't see anything moving. There's just something towards the middle that's kind of glinting. Like, uh, and at first you think it might be, like it's a little valley. It's a bit of an indent here. It might be like a pool of water. But looking around, it's like it's so drab around here, and there's not enough light to really make a glisten off of that. It's probably something more precious than that, rather like a metal or, God help you, a jewel, something like that that could really reflect light well.
Okay.
I'll go.
Let's go.
We
Go
going
towards it?
we going
Yeah.
down there, Cap? I'm gonna kind of stay back a little bit.
Is this
Kinda
like?
bring up the rear.
Is it like a big slant? I get
It's a
that,
big
like,
slant.
how-
Like, if you're going down, it's pretty much like you're surfing your way down and just trying to
Oh.
keep your balance as
That
you're
is
going.
that is my plan, to stand on my shield and surf my way down.
You can absolutely go for it. So Hondo takes out his shield, cowabungas it down
I'm
towards
gonna
his
try and
feet.
jump on him as he's going
No. Push.
and see if I can get latch
All right.
on.
Well, Hondo, roll an acrobatics check first, and Bink, roll a.
Oh, 20.
You can roll acrobatics or athletics, Bink, just to try to get on acrobatics. Okay. So at that, Hondo, like, the best surf movies out there, just absolutely goes at it. I guess it's more like a snowboarding video, but whatever. I don't
My hat on.
sports. Yeah, right. You start going, and Bink tries to go after you, but you've already kind of like 1 second you're standing there, and then you disappear off of it, and everyone else is kind of looking down at you as you are like maneuvering back and forth, like a toboggan on your way down, coming to a halt at the bottom, which is about a 50-foot kind of area at the bottom here. That's very rubbly, right? Like whatever rocks or anything that were around have fallen in and kind of made a mess of the place. And then you kick up your shield like a skateboard, put it right back on your back.
Fall down the hill.
And Bink comes tumbling after.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind
oh.
Kind of like
Oh.
jumping down from spot to spot, like looking where the Cap has kind of done his little sled
Sure.
for
Yeah.
places, and kind of riding down the slides as I need to.
Okay.
I'm going to delicately jump like a cat.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Like jump, land very lightly, jump, land very lightly.
yeah, absolutely. And after not terribly long, you've made your way to the bottom of my big pit trap. What? No, that's not what I said. But there you are.
Picture.
Oh, great.
Damn it.
Oh yeah,
And-
there's
Here.
definitely something down
Again.
here.
Oh,
Yes.
Damn it.
There is treasure. We shall find it.
You could. You guys couldn't help me. I was falling.
You only asked Hondo.
Well, I was way ahead of you, and you fell ahead of the other two, so they couldn't catch up.
They could have caught me,
Mm,
and you could have waited a second.
eh.
I take
didn't
out
go
my
after
knife. Ah!
Try
Why
it,
didn't you stop and help me?
Try it, I dare you.
There's so much pent up anger. I'm gonna take my shirt and I'm gonna cut a piece of it. You see what you made me do? Look at this. Put my
Okay.
knife away. This is because of you.
Will it make you feel better? I'll have my echo self that's still with me.
okay.
I'm going to have it walk up to him. Stab it. It'll make you feel better.
I don't want to stab it,
Go
Captain.
ahead. It'll make you feel better. Just do it.
No, look at this piece. Now it's all dirty and my shirt is cut.
It slaps him.
I don't know if I'll ever.
I don't know if I'll ever forgive you for this.
How about you take that piece of cloth and shove it up your nose to keep the rest of the dirt out?
Oh,
There's so much dirt on it from wiping my face with it.
No. I'm not gonna do that.
Just a suggestion.
What do you think? I'm a fool?
I'm gonna
Most
turn
times,
around.
yeah.
I'm gonna turn around when nobody can see me. Hunch over. And I'm gonna stick it up my nose.
That didn't work. Yeah, you think I'm dumb? I would do that? Let's go.
Just kind of turn to Jade and whisper, "Fucking moron."
okay.
Not in agreement.
I don't know how I put up with you for so long. Okay. All right, there's treasure down here, right? Where did you see it?
There was something over there,
All right,
pointing
come on.
towards wherever I saw it glinting.
I think you
Let's
said
go.
shiny. That's.
I want this. We're going to make some. We're going to make some gold to buy a new ship.
Okay. So as you are going, one person can make an investigation check at advantage, or two people can make investigation checks. Your choice.
I want to do one.
About time. Does something around
I
here.
should slap you again. Someone else with me?
I'm sitting back waiting to shoot whatever's going to jump out and try and attack you.
Yeah, I rolled an 8. Because no one wants to help, so 8 with his advantage.
Okay.
I'm helping
8 at
you.
advantage. You're having trouble, and with all the rocks and everything else that has fallen around down here, particularly at the bottom, right? You're like climbing over stuff, looking around, and you're like, man, I can't remember where I saw that glinty thing. It looked like, this is a bigger area than it looked like from up there. It's a bit hard to tell.
All right, I will come down. I see the cap struggling, following my very simple directions. And I'll come down and try and help escort him to where I actually saw it.
Sure. You can also roll an investigation check then.
A 4? 8 if I get advantage too?
Yeah, so you guys are it really messed with your perception of things, like when you made your way down here, and you're just you get all turned around, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Bink, he cut his shirt, like it's very distracting.
You could have had these goggles, but you know what? You made me rip my shirt, and now you can't have it. You can't use them.
You could use them.
I don't know what to
No.
tell you, Cap. It was somewhere around here.
Okay. So at this point, you're looking around. You're like climbing on top of fairly sizable boulders as you do, and then you hear a voice, and it's half a heard voice and half a felt rumble, as this very deep voice comes out that
in his name.
that Wave would recognize as Terran, right? But it's a bit distorted because it echoes around this kind of cavern you're in, and the noise echoes very greatly as you hear, "Why are you here?"
Oh shit! Not
Something
again.
to start talking?
My guess is, Cap, that it's probably going to be some kind of elemental. Would you like me to take point on this one?
Yes, go ahead. I know you can talk to them.
So I would say in Terran, we did not mean to intrude. We are in search of something called the Middling Altar, and chances are that might mean something to you.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Cat, this one doesn't know. Well, I wish I could
Wait.
help you because I don't know what it is either.
You speak common?
We do, yes.
And now switching over into common, you hear a voice saying, "Wow, that's just great. I
Oh.
haven't spoken this tongue in so long.
Oh, well, that is great. We do not need a translator.
Yeah, you're useless now, Wave. Step back and let us take care of it.
By all means, Bink, go ahead.
What's up, big guy? How you
Can we even
doing?
see? Can we even see a thing we're talking to?
You don't, and the sound is echoing from everywhere. Like you can't even tell really a direction where it's coming from.
It's going to be like this big.
I was hoping.
It's like a
I was
little
hoping he's
snail.
Hey, can you help us get back home or find this altar thing? I can't I can't stay here anymore.
I live in this pit. I
That
don't
sucks.
know where you live.
The what did the other one call it?
The middle plane cap.
Yeah, that's where we're from.
I have been there. It had a better view than this pit.
Oh yeah, and there's
Ah,
water.
the fuck is 58?
I I, I can't stay here anymore. You gotta help us out. Or if you got
Where
some
are
cool
you?
stuff for me to take, I'd like to take it.
are you sure you guys don't want to hang out for a bit? It gets lonely in a pit by myself.
Well, where are you? We cannot see you.
I'm just along the ridge.
Why don't you come out and like stand in front of us and talk like face to face? You have a face, right?
Kind of.
Okay. Everybody has a face. Good.
Maybe he's a genie. We gotta rub the bottle.
No. That's how you get him out of the bottle. He's already out if he's talking to us.
How do you know? What if his voice is outside of the bottle, but his body is inside of the bottle, and we
Well
gotta
then,
rub the bottle?
okay, you go find a lamp.
Not the lamp.
Yeah.
Lamps are fairy tales, Captain.
Oh, then what are they in?
Bottles.
Oh, then go find a bottle.
God.
Did you come here to look for a bottle? I
No.
don't have a
Okay, then
bottle.
he is not a genie. Okay. Do you have a way for us to get back to the middle plane?
Do you know the way?
I don't know.
And how did you get there before?
Eh, I was there because a wizard summoned me.
Oh.
I protected an artifact.
God damn it!
And what did that artifact look like, my good sir? I'm terribly sorry. We're being incredibly rude. Do you have a name, sir, that we could call you by?
Oh, yes. It doesn't translate very well to common. They call me Garbogandrsner Gimbersner.
Was someone just banging two rocks together?
What if we just call you Dar?
Arr, a good
Dar.
hamburger.
That
Arr.
is. I'm not a hamburger.
I could go for a hamburger right now. We need to get home. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Why are you in this pit, Dar?
Mm.
I was sent back here, but the artifact that I was protecting came back too.
Wait a minute. The artifact is here?
Yup.
Can we have it?
I don't think so.
Maybe we know the people who asked you to protect it, so we can bring it back to them in the middle plane.
They're super duper dead.
Oh, well, maybe we'll bring it to their ancestors because it belongs to them rightfully.
I don't actually know if I still need to protect it,
Perfect.
but
You can give it to us. We will trade you.
that's what I've been doing.
Oh, well,
It
you'll find
seems
something new to do.
silly to just give it away.
Well, maybe if you do not have to stay here to guard it anymore, you could, go see this world we are in. Find if the way we came from, and I'll just point. It was not all desert. You could go see something else.
Desert.
Yeah, like all the sand
Are you
and rocks.
going to the desert?
We're kind of in the desert.
Well, are you trying to walk upon the sands?
Yes.
I do not suggest it.
Oh, why not?
You will not be able to walk upon the sands, not without the artifact.
Well, then you have the perfect reason to give it to us because we need to get home.
Nah.
Would you maybe you could come with us and see the nice scenery again?
We'd be happy to bring you.
Hmm.
Nah.
I tell you what, Dar, are you a wagering man up for a friendly bet?
I don't understand.
Like, we make a deal where we have a little competition, and if we win, you give us the artifact, and if you win, you get something that you want.
I will give you this panther pelt. I don't know why I have it. I remember why I have it.
I don't want a pelt.
It's
We'll give
comfortable.
you
Okay.
Perhaps.
You dry it out because there's a little bit of blood still.
Perhaps if I were to win, then one of you would stay here with me.
You can have the gnome.
No.
No. We can. This gray dude here. He doesn't talk much, but he will stay.
Who?
The gray one. He looks just like me. See him? He's right next to me.
It's his twin.
Hmm.
He's a mute.
Roll a deception check at advantage.
19.
Get ready for the sneaky tease.
No, it's only a 6. I didn't get that nat 20.
Haha, got him.
Well, this we can do.
Well, I just happen to have this set of bone dice on me. Are you familiar with
The wager will be, can you find me?
Ooh.
We'll take that wager.
Let's do this.
I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay, explain what that does.
It can detect any aberration, celestial, elemental, fiend, undead, or consecrated or deconsecrated within an area of 30 feet.
Okay. The entity is not within 30 feet of you.
Well, let's start walking around and find him.
Yeah, how long does it last?
Look, it's a concentration 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm also going to use Primeval Awareness,
Okay.
and it does cost me a spell slot, but for 1 minute I can sense the location of elementals within 1 mile.
Sure. Um,
We were made for this.
fucking D&D guys. Yeah. Gar didn't know you could do that shit. So, Jade like starts walking around. Wave does that. Wave, you pinpoint him immediately.
Mm-hmm.
He's halfway up one of the sides. It looks like a rock. It is absolutely indistinguishable from the other rocks, but you do see it.
So I point out to Jade, and I was like, I'm getting something from right over there. Can you get a little closer to it, see if you're getting the same thing I'm getting?
So I'm gonna walk over towards that direction to see if
Yeah.
I sense.
Yeah, you do. You get over, and you definitely see that this rock. I mean, it's just a bit of a ways up. It'd be kind of hard for you to get to, but it definitely appears to be an elemental entity.
I
So
will.
I'm gonna like. Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
I will take out my longbow, and I will shoot an arrow, but aim it into like the rock about just a foot to the left of this rock where I see this guy, and just say, "Found you," and loose an arrow into the rock next to him.
Roll to attack.
Oh no.
A 1.
Uh,
That's unfortunate.
No, so I'm gonna use my ability to let him re-roll that one.
Okay, that's probably a good idea because with a nat 1, I just would have said you hit him.
Hit him, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Kill
see.
him.
How about a 14?
That's
Yeah,
better.
14 is perfectly good. Nice job, Bink. Save the day.
Thanks.
That's
yeah.
right. Doing it again. Saving every one of you. Useless without me.
I say, found you.
Hello, Mr.
I
Dark.
just picture going him saying, "Found you," and the arrow digging right into the actual elemental, and then time goes backwards and it hits up right above him.
That's a great. Yeah, I forgot about that.
You hear nah.
I'm gonna run up.
I'm gonna run up there to him.
I'll say it.
Roll
I'll
an,
say. Go ahead.
roll an athletics, Bink, to try to get up the side of this.
While he's doing that, I'll say in Terran, I don't have to miss.
Okay. Bink, you can't climb up. As you're trying, it's like because all the earth and dirt is just so loose, you're like falling back in.
Don't look at me. Hold on. I'm almost there.
Look, that's not fair. You guys suck.
It was your deal. You're the one who made the wager. You set the terms of this agreement. Are you saying you're not going to honor it?
You tricked me.
We tried to play dice with you.
I don't know what that is.
I love.
Well,
the
I
dice
don't
game.
see how you setting the terms of this bargain is any way unfair to you. So if you're not going to honor your fucking deal, we have to do something about it.
Are you telling me he's not gonna honor his deal?
I don't like your tone.
Well, I don't like people who lie to me.
Hey,
I don't like numbers.
you're all in my pit.
I don't see your name on it.
Listen, guys, we don't have to fight.
And I'm gonna slowly take out my knife.
It's not a big deal. We don't have to fight. Not a big deal. Now listen, give us what we want.
Put your knife away.
Give us what we want. Or there'll be consequences from the captain.
shaking the
Excuse
blade every time I say.
Mr. Dungeon Master, how big is the elemental?
Not very big. It's probably
Damn it.
yeah, no, it's probably just under 5 feet. It's pretty small.
So we couldn't like carry it though.
It would be very heavy to try and carry.
And it looks like a rock.
It looks indistinguishable from the other rocks. You only can pinpoint it using your magical abilities. Correct.
While I
How
can still see it, I want to cast Hunter's Mark on it as well,
Sure.
so that if I have to make perception checks to find it later on, I can do so at advantage.
At advantage, yeah, absolutely. It is. It is so marked.
How about you throw me up there and I'll show him what's gonna happen to him. Give him a little taste.
I'll pull out my piece of my shirt.
I'll show him what's gonna happen to him if he doesn't comply.
I'm gonna try and use some of my feline agility to get up to him.
Is feline agility a trait?
Oh my god.
Or are you just saying that?
It is, but it doesn't it's not something I would use in this instance. I'm just using that terminology.
Sure, if you want, you can roll an athletics check to try to climb up to him.
Does she get advantage because she actually has a climbing speed?
She doesn't need it because she got a 22.
Oh.
So yeah, you do, and you kind of find the most stable rocks, and even those start to like give way under your feet until you climb up till you're just about within 5 feet of this thing.
I'm gonna sit on top of him.
Okay. You hear, and I mean, it sounds a lot different now because you are still hearing it echoing around Jade, but you also hear it from right in front of you, and you hear this thing say, "Hey," and it slowly moves a little bit, like it uncurls this head-like thing that have two holes, kind of where eyes are, and this big, almost like a heavy brow-looking thing over it. But it appears to be made out of pure stone as it kind of like turns up to look at you.
Hello, sir.
Get off of me.
Are we gonna have a problem? Because I feel like we're starting to have a problem here.
What is this? A shakedown?
How do you know that
Kind of,
terminology?
actually, yeah.
I spent a lot of time on your plane.
Having so agilely jumped up there and like landed next to him and like sat down on top of him, I'm kind of hoping I'm intimidating him a little bit. How about you just agree to the terms that you set and we'll be on our way?
Look. Listen. I've been keeping an eye out on that stupid relic for so long.
If you weren't comfortable with the idea of the wager of giving it to us if we found you, then you shouldn't have made it. I don't see how that's our problem.
You should be very happy. We are taking this burden off of your shoulders.
You'll be free to just sit in your pit and do whatever you want all the time. No more responsibilities.
You might be even able to leave the pit and go up and hang out with, make some new friends over back that way.
And you actually fall off it a little bit, Jade, as it kind of turns around. And now it's like sitting, like it's little nestled in this little nest right next to you, as it kind of like looks around at the lot of you. And you hear like a like a stone on stone grating as it looks around, kind of looking like a chunky, almost like a chunky little baby, like a chunky little rock baby.
So it looks like weird.
And it looks at the lot of you and it says, "Well, you probably won't be able to get it anyway.
Why is that?
You can try." And then you see the little rock baby shrug.
Where is
Wait,
it?
you offered it to us. This is
It's
BS.
in the pit.
What do you mean? We're in.
We're in the pit.
Yep.
I think that part of the deal is that you have to give it to us.
Well,
So it would be your responsibility to acquire it.
nope.
Then why did you even offer it in the first place?
Look, okay. You found me. Fine. The relic is in the pit, and you can have it. But you need to get it.
I'm gonna cast command
Okay.
on him. He has to make a save, a whiz save.
What is your command? Because the command is one word or a short phrase, right? So what are
Yeah.
you commanding him?
Retrieve.
And supply.
Okay, is it just a single word you're saying?
I mean, that's what it says. It says follows one word commands, such as approach, drop, flee, grovel, halt.
Okay, so you're just saying retrieve.
I mean, I'll gesture with it, but I can only say one word.
Okay. It's a 14.
Well, he saved, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. At that, he turns his head over to you and says, "What do you think you're doing?"
I didn't do anything.
He lifts this big arm and points what appears to be, a rocky finger at you, and says, "I was controlled by a wizard for a long time. I know what magic feels like.
I'm not a wizard.
Get
Why is he pointing like that?
out of my pit."
Not
No!
without the relic you promised us.
And then, still like finger pointed at Jade, he looks back down in the pit at Wave and says, "She used magic to try and make me do things. No fair."
What do you mean no fair? You made the stipulations of our game and have backed out of them.
You will leave now.
Are we on the bottom of the pit?
You guys are, yeah. Jade is partly way up where this thing is, about 40 feet up.
Alright, if we're in the middle, I'm just gonna try and stick my hand into the sand and see if I can find something.
Uh,
I'm gonna comb the desert.
okay, yeah, you
Till
just
I
start
find-
moving around and really. Okay, sure. So Bink is doing that.
Look over at Cap. Orders? Cap?
Let's see what Bing does. I think he's planning something, and I hope he actually is.
Okay. With that, Gar like gets closer to Jade, still pointing and says, "You need to leave."
You need to give us the artifact. Bad things happen to people who break their promises.
As you're watching him, he appears to be starting to tremble. Like
That's
is
not with fear.
what is
He
it?
is
Probably not with fear.
Like his entire body is like quaking, just very minutely as he's looking at you. And then you see, his eyes shine blue for just a second, like this deep, deep, deep blue. And then I need everyone to roll initiative. Wow, nice rolls, guys.
Really?
Well,
That one.
okay, so we have let me see.
You want me to read it off to you? Wave, then bank.
Well, I want the numbers with it. So wave at
Oh.
21.
21, bank at 19, the elemental at 12, jade at 10, condo at 4.
Okay. Yeah, Wave, you notice this, right? And you see the flash
Mhm.
and you are rather sure he's about to get frisky. What are you going to do?
All right, on high alert. Can I know I can't get probably within melee of him, and I don't want to.
Okay.
But can I get at least like on a couple of rocks, 10 feet up the cliff, where I can get within 30 feet of him?
Yeah, probably. Why don't you roll an athletics check? It's just not going to be a super high DC
Okay.
to do compared to trying to get all the way up to him. Yeah,
It's
no
a
problem.
19.
You jump up, you feel like you're just in the distance, and then you're up.
Okay, so I move to be within 30 feet of him. Bonus action, use Planar Warrior to draw upon the energy of the multiverse to mark him as a creature I'm going to attack.
Okay.
And then I will attack him.
And that's that thing it's almost like a secondary
It's a
hunter's
secondary
mark, right?
hunter's mark. All the it rolls an extra D8 and all the damage becomes force damage.
Sure. Okay. Wow.
Balls. That sucks.
A 9.
A 9.
All right. Unfortunately, its AC of a rock elemental is higher than 9.
Yep. I assumed so.
Yeah. So as you do, you pull back and you hit just to its side, very close to where you were shooting before.
At a +7.
And its head kind of like looks back down towards you.
And I'll stay there because I used movement and action and bonus. So
Okay. Bink, you're up.
Did I find anything in the sand?
You have not found anything usable in the sand. Tony is sneaky T. Feel free to put as many sneaky T emotes as you want. Is trying to use player knowledge from a previous campaign about being able to just stick your frickin' hand into sand and magically find things, but no go in this particular pit, my friend. I'm sorry, sneaky T.
So, so am I about 60 feet from him?
Yeah, he's only about 40 feet up, so you're definitely within 60 feet, yeah.
So I'll turn.
Captain, I got something. Don't worry about it. I'll come back to it after we, mess with this guy. 10
Okay.
minutes will be all set. Don't worry. I got it.
10
I got you.
minutes. Shouldn't take
So-
like 2.
I'll stand up and I'll look at him. Probably should have done this. Ugh. I sneeze into my hand and I go like this, and the
Yeah.
snot seems to travel and land on him, and then all of a sudden, it like a dent comes into the ground and he's being dragged down. So, how close is Jade, by the way?
Within 5 feet.
Within
Yeah,
5 feet?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's too late. It's already done.
It is done.
So, within a 10-foot radius,
Yeah.
centered on the rock, the snot that hit him,
Sure.
you have to make a con save,
Okay.
and a fail is 2d8 force damage.
What's the spell, by the way?
Oh, it's magnify gravity.
Okay, that's cool. Wow, that's only a 9. Man, and con.
I made it.
Nice.
Did you? Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
She did, and so slash roll. Can you do 2d8 somehow?
yeah,
2d8.
if you just do
Yeah,
the
okay.
on the
If you just.
Ooh.
Wow, that's terrible. Holy
Super
shit.
low.
He takes 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage, and now his speed is 1/2 until the end of his turn.
Okay.
Which means he's moving backwards because I imagine he didn't move particularly quickly.
Pretty much. He's stuck. He's snared.
All right. Sounds good. That ends your turn?
Did Jade take 2
I'll
points of
move
damage?
behind the captain as well.
Oh,
Okay.
do I have to take?
Yeah, 2 points. Oh, does she take half damage on a save?
Save for half.
Probably if it's a spell, not a
I
cantrip.
believe so. Yeah, she's gonna take the 2 damage.
And what type of damage was it?
Force.
Force. Okay. Man, you guys are using a lot of force damage. You don't see a lot of force. You guys must be using new publications that are trying to push that shit out, huh?
May
Okay.
the force be with you.
At that, it is Gar's turn. He begins to roll down the hill. Fairly quickly, seeing as your you increase gravity on him, and he is going to.
He can still move quickly.
Well, he could. When rolling downhill, he has a 60-foot movement speed, and a 30-foot movement speed brings him directly to Wave. So he is going to roll directly at Wave. So d20. Okay, roll to hit with a slam attack. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
That'll do it.
Okay. So you're going to get some damage, and you're going to get some extra effects because he moved at least 20 feet toward you. So I need you to make a strength saving throw while I roll for damage.
14 on the strength save.
Uh,
What the hell?
14 does not. Oh, 2 ones. What awful shit is that?
Wow.
So you take, man, all that and only 13 points of damage.
Cool. I am
and-
unconscious.
And you are knocked prone. Well, you're unconscious there.
I'm
so-
unconscious.
Okay.
One
and
shot.
at that, from slightly higher up the cliff, 2 more boulders all of a sudden start rolling down. One from just the edge of the cliff is going to roll directly at Jade.
3 earth elementals, Matt.
Nope. That's a 17 to hit Jade.
Yes.
Oh shit. Yeah.
That is going to be. That's much better rolls. 22 points of damage, bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yep. So that's the same damage as Wave, but much better. As it hits you and then just continues to roll the rest of the way down the hill. I need you to make a strength save as well, Jade.
19.
You make it, so you are not knocked prone. You stay. You manage to. You have no hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, at that, yeah. Then you are. I'm gonna say with that, then you're still where you were, up on the thing. Like you don't tumble down to take additional bludgeoning damage on the way down, but you are unconscious. And then a third one, Hondo, roll a D. Just a D4 for me. Even it's gonna go after you. Odd, it's gonna go after Bink.
How can it go after me? I am behind the fucking captain. Sneaky T the fucking chat.
Well, you had to. You had to
Sneaky T the
flick
fucking
a.
chat.
You had to flick a bogey.
This is ridiculous.
This
is crazy.
That is a 24 to hit, Bink.
Oh my fucking god.
Make a strength save for me.
Can I make him re-roll?
I don't know. Look at what is
I
the.
don't think I
what,
can.
What
I
is
don't-
it that you're using? What's
It's
the?
my I don't even have
Hondo
it.
is nodding.
I don't have it on me right this
Yeah,
second.
but
so.
what is? Well, it should be on your character. No, maybe not because.
Is he within 30 feet of you?
Well, it'd be.
No, he's not.
So you can't.
Wait, the boulder isn't?
Yeah. I mean, it's rolling down the hill at him, so it is.
Yep. You
So
can do it on a creature. A creature you can see within 30 feet.
But is it a creature? If it's a boulder, it's not
a creature. Yeah. No, it's a creature.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
No, so you're.
Hit me with your best fucking shot. How about
Your
that?
best shot. No, are you making it re-roll?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
So
Yes.
So how many times can you use that? You
This
used
is my last time.
last
I
time.
used it.
Okay.
I got 2 times.
Let's try again. An 11.
No.
That is probably very good then. So it does in fact miss you as you just barely jump out of the way as it goes and stops and turns. And this creature looks very much like the other one, with this just lighter blue glow to its eyes. As there are now 3 of these things at the bottom of this hill. Although actually one of them is closer to like 10 feet up where Wave is. Okay, that ends his turn. And Jade, make a death save.
Goody.
That is 1 failure. Hondo, you are up.
Alrighty, I'm going to. So I assume one is right next to us because it tried to hit Bink.
Oh yeah, I mean all 3 are pretty much. Well, 2 of them are at the bottom.
Okay.
Not the real Gar, but these 2 other ones are at the bottom.
the one that hit Bink. I'm going to attack him.
Okay, yeah, roll to attack.
16.
16 will hit. Yeah, roll for damage. This is the battle axe, so it's
10 slashing.
slashy, 10 slashing, which he is not going to seem to take the full brunt of that.
And I'm going to make another attack from my echo.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll to attack for that. So yeah, as you bring down your axe, and it does slice partway into this stone, but it kind of gets stuck, and you have to yank it back out as your echo comes around and
Misses.
just misses it. You actually kick off of this thing a little bit to get your axe out, and your kick brings it just out of range as your echo goes to attack. Okay, anything else you'd like to do, Hondo?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. That's it.
All right, Wave, I need a death save.
Alrighty. 15.
All right, 1 success. Bink, you're up.
Well, going out in style. So, I how far? I'm what 10, 20 feet away from
Well,
Wave.
Yeah, you're within that kind of general range.
Can I go and try and make a medicine check to?
You can if you leave the creature's melee range. It can take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, that'll just kill me. So, all right, never mind. I'm going to.
I will say, if you want, you can move so that you are just one option because I'm just such a nice DM to you. You could move so that you are flanking it with Hondo, and that would give you advantage.
Sure. I mean,
Just
for
as...
him, yeah, it makes sense. All right, what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna crouch down, take out the dagger, and I'm gonna walk into around kinda so that we get advantage. They're within 10 feet of each other.
Who's they?
The rock guys, not the big boss, the little bosses.
The 2 other guys, yeah, and they look very much the same as the other one. But
His
they,
babies.
yeah, they're probably within 10 feet of each other.
All right, I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna spit right in between them.
This would also get Hondo too, though.
Why is that?
If you're flanking and you're here, and you know what I mean. So Hondo would then be between them. Or we can say Hondo's on the other side and you do this before you move to flank. That's fine. Do that then.
He doesn't need flanking for a spell.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying, but he wants to be flanking for you.
For you,
So I can say you can do this and then like flank afterwards so it doesn't mess up
either
your
way,
spell.
yeah, sure. That's fine. That
Okay.
works. And then I'll use magnify gravity again.
On both, so they both have to make a con save?
Yes.
One is a 14.
Yep.
and one is a 9.
Okay, one makes it, one doesn't.
Okay. And they take half damage if they make it, as we decided.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll. What?
Same.
No, seriously, what
Wow.
is that, dude? How is that the same?
4 damage again.
This is that. This is ridiculous.
I'm rolling with dice. I'm
I'm
over it.
actively upset at how crappy this is. Yeah, of course not. Whatever, man. Whatever, dude.
All right. Does that end your turn, Bank?
Whatever.
I never liked you rock guys anyway.
Okay. With that, it is their turn again. Um,
God.
one of them. Well, there's 2 of you still up, so each of the little ones are each going to attempt to grapple each of you. So one is going to try to restrain Hondo, and one is going to try to restrain Bink. I need you to roll uh, strength or dex checks. Or I'm sorry, strength or yeah, contested checks, right? So a strength or a dex check. So the first one is
Why did
gonna
it do? Wait, why did it do it twice?
the first one is gonna be against Hondo. So I'm trying to beat your 5. That's a 23. The second one is going to be against Bink, so I'm trying to beat your 4.
My 3.
Your 3,
I got a natural 1.
and that's going to be a 15. So they both just like bear hug you and lift you. Well, they can't really lift you off the ground, right? Maybe Bink a very little bit, but they're not super large themselves. So they, you two are restrained. Um, as the other one turns back around, and you hear it now, and it's not quite at that nice acoustical point where it echoes as much. So Gar just says in common as he looks at you, "You need to leave my pit." Uh, and that is all he is going to do. Uh, and at that, Jade, I need another death save. One success.
Okay, so
Nice. Okay, 17. Hondo, you're up.
I will say, fine, fine. We will leave your pit. Just let me go so I can stop my friends from bleeding out.
Roll a persuasion check. And I'll give you advantage because you're agreeing to do what he asks you to do.
15.
Okay. Yeah, at that, he kind of like nods. I am gonna need another death save from Wave though.
12.
Okay. Bink, are you doing anything? So that's 2 successes for Wave.
I'm sitting there stabbing the little rock guy's hand.
And
Ah!
it just
Let go of me!
seems not to notice. And after that, the next turn it does. Like it just lets go and you fall to the ground. Hondo, you are released. So what do you do on your turn, Hondo?
I want to attempt to stabilize Jade first because she has a fail.
Okay.
She looks worse than Wave.
Yeah, so you get up to her. I need you to roll an athletics check.
22.
Beautiful.
Nice.
You captain it all the way up there as you're kind of like this wonderful heroic captainy swashbuckler make your way up to one of your crewmates. And what are you going to do when you get there?
I shall stabilize her.
Sure.
21.
21. Yeah, I will definitely say that Jade, at that point you are stabilized. Let 0 hit point, you don't come back to consciousness, but
It is
you
1d4 for how long she stays unconscious.
1d4 minutes,
Hours.
hours. Well, there we go.
Hours?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you are stabilized, Jade. Oh wait, Hondo just went. Um. Wave then. I need one more death save.
17.
17.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the third success.
I'm stabilized. Yeah.
Is that stabilized, or you're not back up with 1?
No.
Okay.
I'd have to roll a 20 for that to happen.
Right, that happens.
I'm in
Okay.
the same position as Jade, though.
Okay.
Stabilized.
Yeah, so at that point, we don't need to be in combat order anymore, as Gar just kind of like looks on as you guys. Bink, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take a handful of sand. I'm gonna throw it at the big guy, and I'm gonna keep walking, my friends.
Okay.
You need to help me carry one of them.
Wait, am I awake?
What is it?
If I'm stable, am I awake?
No, you're
No,
unconscious.
you're unconscious.
You're
for
just not
3
dying.
hours.
Oh, okay.
You're just not actively dying. Roll a. It's 1d4, guys. 1d4 hours. Jade and Wave both roll a d4 for me.
One.
Okay.
Okay. What did I do wrong?
Just hit
Slash roll.
/R.
Okay,
1d4.
/R1.
Space 1d4.
Space 1d4.
Oh, what? Oh
Ah,
my. Sorry.
There you go.
What?
Nice.
All right. Oh, they both got a 1. Let's get some sneaky teas up in chat. I don't know about that. All right, guys. Yeah. So with that, so I will also just remind you of where you guys are. So Hondo and Jade are a bit ways up this cliff. Hondo, you are with her. She is stabilized. Bink, you are at the bottom of this pit with Wave, who's 10 feet up, kind of on a couple of rocks, knocked out there.
I'll try to get to him.
Get up to Wave. I think you can get to Wave easily enough. It might not be the most graceful maneuver, but you climb your way up to Wave.
And I'm gonna try to let's try to pull him up the hill.
What's your strength?
0.
+0. I'm gonna
0,
say
that's a
you are
10.
not going to be able to move Wave. It
You
is a
didn't let me
creature
roll for it.
one size larger than you. I mean, not that you couldn't move him, but you're not going to be able to pull him up this really steep incline.
So is he on his stomach or on his back?
Wave, how did you fall?
I guess I probably would have gotten knocked off the rock and fallen on my back if I got
pulling him up.
down at major speed.
Okay, I don't think I can do this. Put it down, and I'll sit on his stomach. This is hard. I hope somebody comes and helps us, because I can't do this.
What are you doing? You are still in my pit.
Yes,
How am
I have
how
to
am I
carry
gonna-
my friends by myself. So
how am I going to get
I'll
out of here?
carry Jade up and then go back for a Wave.
And you had such a good athletics roll. I'm gonna say it's gonna take you a while, but you can do it. After a while, like Gar's like sitting there watching you guys as you're doing this. After a little bit, the two little mini Gars near him literally just like that light blue light goes out of their eyes and they just crumple to the ground. Like just rocks kind of fall apart, and now they are just among the other rocks there at the base of this pit. And then Gar, when you're on your way back down to get Wave after having to brought up Jade, just turns around and starts kind of like waddling away. Like he's bored of you.
I don't like that guy at all. Bingo.
It's a bingo.
Fine. You don't want to talk to me, Cap? That's fine. We'll sit here and hopefully they wake up.
I am busy carrying them up the mountain, out of this pit, by
This guy,
myself.
he better hope I never come back here.
Maybe you can learn a way to teleport yourself in and out like a real wizard.
I'm not a wizard, whatever that is. I'm a mage.
What?
I just want to go. You
I'm
guys brought
trying.
me
Jesus.
here. This is ridiculous.
So have I got both of them out?
Yeah, at that point you've gotten Wave, and I think Bink. We'll just say you've gotten yourself out as well. So the four of you, two of you still conscious, are like at the top, just pulled back a little bit from this large pit.
Oh, sit down. Jesus. We need to wait for them to wake up.
Is the elemental guy, the rock guy at the top again?
He hasn't climbed. You didn't see him climbing back up, but you can make a perception check to kind of go back and look and see where he is. Yeah, so it's you don't see him moving, and you know that when he's not moving, he's rather indistinguishable from everything else that's going on down there. So you figure wherever it is that he went, he probably has, he's parked it since you've made your way up this way.
I can't see him anymore, Captain. He's probably hiding because he's scared.
I don't think that is the reason he is hiding.
I think it is.
We got our asses kicked.
He knows. He knows what the truth is and who we are.
I don't think that is true at all.
Well,
You need to
there's
be a
no-
little more humble, Bink.
No.
You will never be a successful leader if you always think you are right.
I'm never gonna be a leader anyway.
Well, exactly, because you act like this.
I could be a leader if I kicked him off. Oh, baby.
Kicked who off?
Wait. Oh, wave.
You still wouldn't be the leader.
Listen, we gotta go to sleep or something. It's so hot.
We are going to sit here and rest.
We're never gonna make it home. We couldn't beat the guy. We couldn't get the thing. Everyone's gonna be mad at us.
Who's going to be mad at us?
All the guys we promised.
We're only
All
helping
the
one of
things we
them.
promised.
Technically, we can only help one. We have to pick one. They all want it for themselves, selfish.
We could have used it. I could have used it to become the best captain ever.
You don't even know what the middling altar is.
It's power. Duh.
You don't know that.
I'm gonna put my foot on Wave. I'm gonna give him a little nudge and do the same thing to Jade and see if they wake up.
Not quite.
I'm taking a short rest.
Yeah, you guys can definitely at this point, if you want, take a short rest. You can use your hit die if you have them. Jade and Wave are going to each have to use at least one hit die. You have 3. So we're rolling up. Hondo.
Wow, this is awful.
Hondo recovered 8 hit points. Jade recovered 4.
14.
14. Ooh, you got a 10 there. That's nice.
I don't know how to do this.
They both got 14.
It's nothing like a short rest, my friends. This is the first short rest of the campaign. Of the entire campaign, both stories, I think. We don't do a lot of short rests. Maybe if someone from Group 1 is in chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first for reals short rest we've had.
Not by choice, okay.
Well,
Necessity. Most times a short rest is by necessity.
right.
So we don't have to sleep during a short rest.
No.
right?
A short rest is just about an hour, so.
I read the book.
Do you recover spell slots? No.
Nope.
You don't. Nope.
All right, sorry. It's been a while since I've had magic.
It's true.
A warlock would.
A warlock does, yeah. Okay. So you guys hang out for about an hour at the top of this pit.
Bink can get one back.
Someone from the campaign is using some fighting words there.
Yeah, saying they don't use short rests because they're for losers. Wow, that's some serious allegations.
Matt's not
Well,
trying to kill
We
you
did
guys.
use
so-
against those earth elementals.
No. They don't need short rest because they don't fight anything.
Oh, while we're short resting, I'm gonna sneak over to Wave and see if there's anything on him that's like small, easily breakable, like a stick or a tiny chain or
I don't know. Wave.
glass.
What do you got?
Well, is he doing this while I'm still out, or am I conscious at this
No,
point?
you're both out, and I'll do the same thing for Jade too. I'm just trying to find something that's like
I'm
stick,
watching.
something very.
Do you guys have sticks in your inventory?
I do not. I have arrows.
I'll take an arrow.
My holy symbol, and I'll kill him.
I'll take an arrow.
Okay, you take an Wave. You have one less arrow. Bink, you have one arrow.
So for the hour, I'm gonna keep breaking the arrow
Yeah.
and mending it back together.
You are
Practicing.
very, very weird.
Practicing.
I'm telling
Practicing
him you
your
took that
mending,
unless you
sure.
give it back.
It's a perfect. Look at it. It's perfect. I fixed it.
Only you
Practicing
can
my
do that with your
magic.
sinuses.
But yeah,
I can't fix that.
after an hour, you are awake and returned to the world.
Oh, well, good morning.
All right, Cap. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, we got our asses kicked.
You guys didn't do a very good job.
Sorry, guys.
Neither did you.
I thought I could intimidate him better than I.
I mean, I was ready for the first guy. I wasn't ready for the other two that came out of nowhere.
No, that element is an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, what's the deal? You make a deal with someone and then you fucking bow out on it and you expect not to get an arrow in the face?
Mm-hmm.
I want to
So-
go back there, Cap. I want to rest up. I want to go back and I would take them all out.
You know, I feel like it's very yeah, the way he backed out, very meta thing.
Well, guys,
Someone was butthurt about finding the elemental so easy.
And yeah, doesn't want to give us the item.
Well,
I say
listen.
we go back and we take the item.
Wait. No. That was my idea. What do you? What?
I want to go back in there, sneak around, and find it, Cap. If he doesn't have it on him, we don't have to kill him. We can go
I
back
can't
in there and search
believe
for it.
this.
I don't know. I mean,
What other choice we got? We got the hills full of other elementals who are probably going to try and kill us, or we got a desert that he says we can't pass without the damn thing that he wouldn't give us.
I mean, he's a liar. He would have it coming.
mm,
Bink, are you trying?
I would like to have a full night's sleep before we go back, though, because I'm just telling you, I can't really do shit right now except for shoot arrows at him.
That's right.
And I looked through my arrows and I said, "Look at me. Where'd you get that fucking arrow?"
I break it. You know what? Never put that back together.
as your commander, I tell you to put that back together and give it to Wave.
You stole my idea again.
What was the first one?
He does it all the time. You remember on the ship when I wanted to eat the fish that we caught and he said it? He said we should eat it?
Well,
What
who
is
would say
this?
we should eat the fish? How else are we going to eat?
We wanted we were gonna eat the bread.
We're not fly fishing where we put it back.
Nobody pushed fish back. What kind of bullshit is that?
Exactly.
I just want Wave to give me some credit. Okay?
I will give you a lot of credit if you fix my fucking arrow, you douchebag.
I'll take it and I'll put it back together.
You gotta say it was a good idea?
Fixing
had a
my
good
arrow
idea?
was a great idea. Thanks.
No, that I had a good idea.
I'm gonna poke him in the leg.
Say it.
I still haven't heard your good idea other than fixing my damn property. I'm gonna try
I'll
and take it
break
out.
it again.
Try and take it out of his hand.
Okay. Uh,
I'll let him have it, and I'll
Okay.
take my knife out, and I'm gonna cut a piece of his shirt off. You think this is funny? You think this
No,
is funny?
your mental state is not funny.
I can't stay here anymore.
I think you should restrain him. I think you
No,
might
no,
be-
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I
I
mean,
I lost it for a second there.
if he pushes any harder, I think the blood clot might blow in his brain. It would take care of itself. Look at the vein on his forehead. It has a pulse.
I just need to go to sleep.
Well, I don't even know what time it is.
The sun doesn't go
I don't
down.
know. The blue sun. Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure how to figure out. Normally, I'd be able to maybe make a guess and tell you, Cap, but never been to this plane of existence before. Not quite sure how time works here.
I'll just take
Well,
my shirt and put it over my face and try to go to sleep.
No.
I mean,
What are you doing?
I will say too, it is pretty early, guys. You know, it's probably about, in your estimation, like midday or so. You woke up, immediately went into that rock slide thing, walked for a bit, and then found this place. So it's probably only around midday.
Why don't we do some
Doesn't mean you can't do your thing.
investigation around the area? See what we find anything that would help us get some tactical advantage.
Does it split up?
No,
Okay.
that's always a bad idea.
Sounds good. Maybe if we approach that pit from up here again, I might get a better vantage at whatever it is that I saw the last time. I mean, we couldn't find it when we were down there, but maybe I can get a better idea of where it's at. Maybe that was the artifact. I don't know.
Maybe he has it inside one of those pillars.
We could try to attack them from up here, then we'd have the high ground.
Hmm. You know, I learned about the high ground from somebody. What was his name?
Anakin?
No. I think he didn't know about the high ground and paid for it.
Oh, that's right.
Okay,
All right, guys. So what are we doing?
we're going to. I want to walk around the pit and kind of look into it to see if I see anything like
He looks
Different.
into it.
besides just rocks and pillars. Like, is there any type of like something that would be constructed like a hut or like something like that, a cave?
Oh, sure. Yeah, make a perception check.
That's great. 7.
7. I just gotta say, for some god awful reason, Bowie wants to kill Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Oh, there was a bug on it. That's why. I'm like, she's been trying to murder this book for. Okay.
Bingo.
So as you look around, nothing at all appears to be man-made, right? It all appears to be just kind of like natural stone that has fallen into this pit over time.
Every time you say fell into the pit. Every time.
Corey's already got you. Yeah, Corey Lopes already has you on chat. I will say, so I'm gonna take kind of like your advantage roll there because for looking for that shiny thing again, because you saw it before and now you're just looking for it again, and you are able to see that kind of like glint and get a better idea. It's easier to see from this vantage point up here than when you're like in the middle of a bunch of like boulders and stuff. So yeah, you do look down and you can see that like slight glint again. It's got to be, it's from a certain angle you can see it. You realize it's only when you're one way around the pit because it must be like between a few different things. So there's only kind of one angle you get a good view at it, but you can see it. But nothing man-made, no caves or caverns or anything like that you can tell. It appears to be a pit.
Is there any water or anything? Is it just solid rock and boulders?
Yeah, and dirt.
No greenery, no
Soil.
trees, no
There,
nothing.
there is no greenery, no trees at all that you have seen in this area at all. The last greenery you saw was back in the forest. Nope, she's really just attacking Xanathar's guide.
She said,
Yes,
"Fuck
we're
you."
stuck.
Okay. All right. What are we doing? We can see the shiny thing. I think that what we want. Maybe that is the artifact.
I mean, we can try and sneak down there and go grab it.
I am not so sneaky.
What if we make another deal with him?
Well, he didn't
No.
honor the first one. Why the fuck would he honor a second one
This is
after he
listen,
attacked us?
listen.
And you think you want to lead the group with stupid, lame ass ideas like that?
Never listen to me. Never listen to me. You know what?
Maybe if you said something worth listening to.
Well, how about if you paid attention to the whole thing, you would know what I was gonna say. And now we're gonna be stuck here forever.
Go ahead, Bink.
You.
Wow me with your wonderful
No.
idea.
No. No.
All right, Jade, how about you?
No, you know what? No.
I got nothing. I don't know.
Listen. All right. Listen. Listen. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down into the pit. We're gonna start
Nope.
making a deal with him.
Nope.
While we're making a deal, Jade is gonna sneak around and find the thing. Once she finds it, we leave. If Captain happens to stay in the pit, he stays in the pit.
How would I stay in the pit? Are you trying to sacrifice me?
No, I'm just saying, if you couldn't make it because you weren't good enough to get out of the pit, we would leave you there.
Why?
Jade, are you the particularly sneaky one?
I'm pretty sneaky,
Sneaky.
but I don't feel too good about this one. Call me crazy.
I am not
Something
sneaky.
about
My
the
armor
rat
makes too much noise.
It is not settling with me. I still think that we should try to attack it from up here so that we have an advantage.
Well, we'd have to find it again, and I'm telling you, Cap, I won't be very much good to any of you guys until I get a long rest.
I mean, I also agree that we should sleep before we try to do anything.
Or we could what time is it? Say it's about midday. We walk for like half the time before we want to sleep that way, and then walk back.
Why?
Maybe we find something cool.
Because, Bink, we have to appease the GM.
No.
What? You don't have to appease
No.
me in any way.
No.
I'm hanging. I'm chilling.
I want to find something cool.
I don't want to find anything. I just want to get out of here.
Well,
Find a
that
new
would be nice
crew.
too. We need a new
I have
boat.
an idea, Bink. Why don't you go into the pit by yourself and we'll cover you.
Fine. Fine.
Yes.
I'll start walking toward the pit.
Okay, this appeases the GM.
I'm not going I'm not going into the pit.
All right.
I'm gonna stand at the edge of the pit.
Okay. Yep. You're standing there, kind of looking in.
What's he doing?
I'm gonna kill them all.
Can I see him yet?
Make a perception check, Bank.
Thank God.
That's a 7. No, you look down and you just can't. I mean, he's really hard to make out.
I can see him. He's right there.
There's a rock.
Oh. Well,
He's probably right back in the little nest he had where he first was.
But that's up here with us, isn't it? Wouldn't that be where it is?
It was like halfway up though.
Yeah. The other two came from way up here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
well, maybe if we attack them from right here, it'll take them. They can't roll uphill.
This is true.
Well, if you want to explore in another direction and come back here later, Cap, I'm all for it. I'll follow wherever you want me to go.
I mean, we need to kill some time, then make camp, and then, slaughter some rock creatures in the morning. Sounds like a great day.
I definitely want a second shot at these fuckers.
Let's do it.
Can he hear us?
I don't fucking care. I'll say
Hey!
Terran if I have to.
Hey! Hey! I don't think he can hear us. He's not talking back.
Yeah, you're screaming.
Just wanted to know if he could, if he could hear me.
All right. Okay, we've been doing this for a long time. What are we doing, guys?
We're walking west.
All right. Who's leading?
Or navigator.
Okay, Navigator, give me a survival check. You can give me at advantage, assuming somebody is helping you.
12.
Okay. So with that, you go, and you're walking for an hour or so, and you are very, very upset by that rip in your shirt. And you're just getting really distracted by it, and then you kind of come up over a bend and freeze because right in front of you there is probably a 12-foot tall elemental just moving kind of like perpendicular to your path.
Oh.
That like you just weren't paying enough attention, and you didn't come face to face with it, but you got way, way closer to this thing than you have let yourself get thus far.
Hey, Wave, maybe you can make friends with this and see if he doesn't like, what was his name? Dar, the other one over there, and he will help us.
If that's what you want.
We should probably.
Yeah, and if not, we can lie and offer to find the middling altar for him.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh Jesus! I wish this was not my character flaw, but all right. So I would.
What's your character flaw?
I follow orders from my captain, even if I think they're wrong.
This is such a bad idea.
So I kind of go up and say in Terran, "Excuse me, kind sir. Would you be willing to help us out?"
Just stops moving. And then as this like moving hillside, and this thing is far less human-like, far less humanoid than the other elemental that you were speaking to. This one is larger, less features that look like hands, feet, that sort of thing. And you were speaking in Terran, right?
Yep.
And it just kind of like stops and turns towards you, but doesn't start moving towards you, and it's just like frozen there.
I don't think he speaks, Cap. I think we should leave.
Do you speak common?
As it takes one step towards you.
No, okay, goodbye.
2 steps, and you hear, "Don't be long here."
Well, we would like to leave.
In Terran.
Oh,
Oh.
I didn't say that then.
Cappy says we shouldn't stay here long.
Oh well, then we would love to leave.
Say we're looking for our way home.
And now it's, yeah, as you're talking, it's just stepping towards you. It's not going quickly, but it is just like moving towards you.
Oh, tell
I
him,
think we should turn around, Cap.
tell him that the other one is keeping us here against our will, and if he helps us get his artifact, we will leave right away.
Okay. I say in Terran, there's an earth elemental in a pit who's keeping us here, and he has an item that we can use to leave, but he won't give it to us. Can you help us?
Uh, it stops in front of you and it just looks down and says, "You are not stone. Don't belong."
He says we don't belong.
Okay, okay. He's not too smart then. That's all he says. Okay,
Has a
let's just
has a lower
sneak away.
intelligence rating than a lot of animals.
Let's just sneak away. And
All right, just kind of start backing up.
we'll walk like you would if you were with a bear, and we'll keep your arms up like and just back away.
I want you guys to roll persuasion checks, just as a party, as you're backing up.
Do I get mine an advantage because I can speak his language?
Sure.
Nat 20, baby.
Nice.
Let's go.
13.
Yeah, at that, as you're backing up, it does turn its head towards Hondo for a second as you're like clanging a little bit as you go with all of your stuff. But as you get a little further away, and this thing is just like frozen looking at you, it just turns back in the direction it was originally facing and starts to meander
go.
on that way.
Okay. We know not to talk to any of them anymore. They're
Yeah.
not too smart.
Yeah, you do take it again that most of these elementals are probably not as intelligent as the one that you found in the pit,
Mhm.
if you were to guess.
All right, so that makes this a little more difficult if the one in the pit is the smartest one. Hmm.
Not the smart, just the randos kind of,
Hmm.
moving around. They don't seem to have a home. They just move around, they meander. Probably not the most intelligent. Anyone that's watching, hi, by the way. We got some extra viewers over here. I'm keeping an eye on it. Hello, welcome. It's so good to have you.
I think. Hmm. Well, do you want to make camp and then just, destroy rocks in the morning?
Yeah, I'm all about it. I mean, we don't necessarily even have to go in guns blazing if you don't think we need to, Cap, but
Well, yeah, we can try
going
not
prepared to fight, try and sneak our way in first and fight as a last resort.
I like that. Let's do that. Okay. Second mate Bink,
Yes.
you find a good location for us to sleep.
Fine.
Don't
Fine,
seem so
I'll look for one.
enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, you find a place that looks a little secluded. It's right next to like this bit of a rocky overhang, and it's a little less dusty. And there is wind that kicks up some dust every once in a while, dust and sand. But
Great.
the area where you are, it seems most sheltered and like it's gonna be alright, assuming
As we're
nothing
walking
else
there,
bad happens.
Have you guys ever, you know, tried to show some people some magic and, I'm just asking for a friend and your clothes just disappeared?
No, I have never done magic.
Oh, well,
Never had that happen while doing magic.
Nope.
I had a friend
we'll walk in,
and he was telling me, and I'm like, that never happened to me. I'm far too good at it. But he said it was really embarrassing, and he's really sad about it. But I was wondering if it happened to you guys. But since it hasn't, I mean, my friend's an idiot, right?
Is this friend to you?
Now,
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can I insight check him?
You may.
15.
Hold on. Uh,
Listen, whatever. My friend, he's a weird guy. Okay.
when when did you make your clothes disappear?
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did.
I gotta go to bed.
Oh.
That's why I don't trust the Arcana cap.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen with nature spirits.
That's right. That's right.
Most of them are naked anyway.
I'm gonna go to bed. You
I thought
guys aren't
so.
very nice.
Well, you don't give us much reason to be.
All right,
going
so
to sleep.
you
Good
guys
night.
take a long rest. Are you keeping watches?
Oh yes.
Oh, we
Okay.
should, yeah.
Well, as you keep watches, we've already been playing for 2 hours and you're still at the pit. So we're gonna say nothing happens to you this evening. You are safe, secure, and as snug as you can be on a rocky, sandy, dirty terrain. You do wake up with that great taste of dirt
Oh,
in your
that
mouth.
crunch.
Yeah, a little bit of crunches, and you kind of try to go like this. And you're like, oh, it was on my hands too, though. So now there's just more.
You know, it's like the complete opposite of waking up on the ocean. I don't like it. I want my boat back.
I think that ship has sailed, Cap.
Ha ha ha.
I do see that some people in chat are taking my task to try to find connections between the two stories very seriously, and I appreciate that. I do. I can neither confirm nor deny at this point, but boy howdy is it fun to see it happening.
All right, I say we go talk to Mr. Rock again, and let's see how this goes. We want to sneak around first and see how it goes. Be my guest.
Nobody used all three of their hit die, correct?
No, I
Now-
only used 2.
Now you guys are level 3, and I know that a long rest lets you recover half of the number of hit die. Does it round up or down though?
Always down.
Always down. So you guys regained 1 hit die. Okay. That one is one thing I just wasn't 100% about. But otherwise, obviously, you have all your spell slots and all your hit points
What's
and
up?
no exhaustion, anything like that. Okay. So how are you going to proceed?
All right, who's sneaking in?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jade and I are probably the two sneaky of the group. I mean, I can go and I can try and look at where this glinty thing is again, get my bearings maybe a little bit better this time, sneak down, try and find it.
I like it. We will watch your back from up top.
All right. Wave is gonna try to infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How are you gonna get down?
I think I'm gonna take off my cloak
Okay.
and kind of throw it down on the ground and kind of use it to slide a little bit, hoping not to draw so much attention with like rocks and loose dirt and stuff, and just kind of almost like toboggan it, kind of sort of on a cloak, kind of little bits at a time.
Sure. Roll a stealth check for me then, and I'll give you a straight roll. As opposed to disadvantages are kind of sliding down.
That is a 12.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You kind
Unless
of.
Jade is helping me.
I don't know how she would help you be sneaky.
I don't either.
I mean, I'm
but
watch from the top of the cliff. I don't know if that helps.
you can be watching. Sure. I don't think that helps him, but you can
Causing
certainly...
a distraction up here. Look at me. Look at me.
But yeah, you get down and kind of little by little, and sometimes you can't quite stop yourself on the hill, but you end up at the bottom. Your cloak rather dirty, but not too much worse for wear. As you are now at the bottom of this, with nothing, you stop, wait for a minute, look around. No big boulders are falling towards you. Nothing's coming to attack. Nothing like that.
Can kind of throw the cloak back on and be able to possibly use it if I need to drop down to the ground and cover myself with the dirty cloak
Oh, sure.
at any given time.
Yeah, I
As
like that.
as I
Like Sam. No.
yeah, and kind of look for wherever this glinting was that I saw before, and try and make my way towards that.
Yeah, make an investigation. This one I will give you advantage with for a couple reasons. One is this knowing that you had so much trouble last time. I think you and you can roll on. I'm just going to give the explanation a little bit. I think you had a good idea of how tricky it was going to be. I think Jade watching can also be like, no, it's over there.
It's
And
an 18.
sure, yeah, you do in fact find it, and you have to like crawl up. It's pretty close to this middle, so you're kind of like crawling up around and through a bunch of these boulders that are around. But eventually you do, and you look through, and it's kind of like between a few things, and embedded in the stone is what appears to be the hilt of a sword, as if the sword is poking into the stone.
Hmm.
A rather plain sword handle. Looking down, you can kind of see a little bit of the blade of the sword itself. It seems rather rusted, but that is what you find.
Okay. Are there any like looking around? Are there any like glyphs inscribed on this rock, or any writing, or
Yeah, give me another just an investigation check, I think, as you're looking it over.
a 9?
So as you do, you don't notice any glyphs or anything. It's very, very plain. It kind of has just kind of like some swirlies that give your hand something to kind of grip on, but it is extremely plain looking. Like if you saw this sword on the side of the road, you may not even pick it up really. Like it's just rusty and it's probably seen better days, you would imagine.
Okay.
But it definitely seems suspect that it was plunged into a stone.
Okay. Kind of reach up and just like touch the hilt of it, not actually like grab onto it yet, but
Yeah.
just kind of like touch it, see if it like feels warm to the touch, see if it's like illusionary, see if I can actually feel it, if it's like wiggling, if it's loose in the stone at all.
Yeah, I think as you do, you go and you kind of touch it and you move it around, and it really doesn't wiggle around very much. You might feel just a little bit of a wiggle, but not so much, right? It's kind of hard to tell a little bit. And then it's definitely not an illusion. I mean, what you're seeing, even as you like tap down the hilt a little bit, there's a little bit of a cross guard there, and it seems to be there. I mean, it seems to be certainly real, and it seems to be what it appears from what you can tell.
Okay. I'm going to put my hand on the hilt of the sword.
Okay.
I'm going to whisper in Terran.
Yeah.
Dar said that we can have the artifact if that's what you are, and I'll try and take it out of the stone.
Roll athletics check.
Come on, Arthur.
A 14?
Wouldn't it be better if he had mushrooms to crush up into his hand to kind of increase his grip
Yep,
as he was
absolutely.
doing this? But you actually don't
I've
need them.
just died inside.
So as you do, you grab and you pull, and you do feel a little bit of a wiggle, so you just pull a little bit harder, and then the handle comes off. Comes off the blade. Like the part of the blade that goes into the handle that kind of comes in, that's still there, and the blade itself, this rusty thing, is still sitting there. And the handle comes right off of the blade. And as it does, you kind of lose your grip on it a little bit as it kind of goes up and over and crashes down onto the rock next to you and seems to break into pieces. You wait for a second.
My
Listen.
God, did you just break it?
And it doesn't seem that anything hurt you or anything like that.
Look up towards where the cap is and go, like shrug a little bit.
Never mind.
Yeah. Do that. That's right, man. Yep. Yep.
This one I don't know. You cannot hear
Tell
me.
him. Tell him he's got to bring it up here. I need to.
How
I
am I
can
supposed to?
repair it.
How am I supposed to tell him?
I'll
I'm
do
not
I'll do
yelling,
I'll do
yelling
this.
down there.
Okay. What are you doing, Wave?
I can I guess I go try and like gather some of the pieces of the hilt.
Sure. As you do, you kind of like look among, and they're like, "What in the world is this? What crappy made thing is it?" And as you're going through, it seems that embedded within this hilt, inside of it, was a key. It is a small, golden looking key with some sort of dark green gem kind of in the back of it. And it has, like a couple teeth on it, but it seems to be a gold colored, though feeling it, it's a little more sturdy than gold. It seems to be a key.
Okay.
It's old. It's got a little bit of a patina on it.
Kind of look back to where everyone is and make the little like key and a lock thing,
Hmm.
and then start looking around on the stone to see if there's a keyhole.
Roll an investigation check.
A 4.
You're unable to find it. I mean, from around here, it definitely looks like everything is just stone. Even the stone that the sword was in doesn't seem to really be any any particular um, importance or anything notable about it. Everything looks like just a pile of rubble towards uh, the center of this pit.
Right. I guess I would at that point. I think I've searched enough. I would take the key and start climbing back up out of the pit to go and report my
Are
findings
you
to
trying
everybody.
to be stealthy on your way out as you were on the way in?
Yes.
So at
Yeah.
this point, I'm going to require another stealth check.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, you've done some
For sure.
stuff.
19.
Uh, you get up and out. And I'm going to say you took your time getting out, preferring the stealth over the let's get out real quick. You get in and out, and nothing attacks you. Nothing comes towards you. Nothing moves. The pit seems to be undisturbed as before you went in.
Okay. Go up to the cap and to Bink and kind of say, so there was a sword in the rock and the hilt of the sword broke apart and there was this key inside of it. Kind of show everyone the key. It's like, Bink, what do you make of this? What do you think? I'm coming to you first, buddy.
Take it, and I'll look at it.
Mhm.
And I cast Identify on it.
Sure.
See if it does anything.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't have a specific card for this key. Um, and it's weird when you hold on to it because what it does is it can lock things, right? But it doesn't need a keyhole to work.
Oh, I was going to make a very, very inappropriate joke about that.
Um,
But Jade, if you do not want to be with a man, you can lock yourself up for good.
so it's weird when you cast this spell on this item where you are now. Okay? Because it has a weird property and a weird feeling that because you're a wizard, right? You have a very analytical mind, very um, precise. Like usually you would get one of the many magic items that you make, and yes, this is exactly what this item does. It's all spelled out. I can tell by doing this. This is a different thing. You get more of impressions from this key, as if the key is telling you, I can lock things. I
Did you
can
just?
make things be still.
Oh.
I
Okay.
I can I cannot affect living creatures, but I am particularly powerful in places where the elements are most prevalent and powerful.
Okay. So I'll tell them all of that, but I will also add
Yeah,
that the key wants to stay with me.
sure. Um, and you can just put in your inventory elemental key. We'll just call it that for now.
I
You
mean, it
got
wants to
it's
stay with you.
yeah. It feels comfortable with me, and it said that Wave's hands were a little bit. How do you say? Uh, Moist.
You know, a lot of people don't like that word.
And I would I mean I don't have to take it, but it would make the key happy.
I don't believe you, but I think arguing with you over this is not worth my time.
You
So
can have the key. You know what?
you
Here
can
you
hold it
go,
for now.
Captain. Take the key.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Hondo, you can put elemental key in your
Your
inventory.
reverse psychology does not work.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, okay.
That's how
Uh,
much. That is how much I trust you, Captain.
okay. Here, Wave, hold on to this. Don't let him sneak it away from you.
Aye, aye, Cap.
All right.
All right. Do you think this is a thing that the our rock friend was talking about, and we could now maybe the way out was locked, and this could open it up?
It's as good as guess of any of it, but I don't know. Bink, you said this thing only locks things. It doesn't unlock things, right?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. The key wanted to be with me, but yes, that's what it was. It says it doesn't work on people or living things, I guess, and it only works when we're in some place like this.
Okay. Well, we will
Yeah.
test it out when we get
Oh, and
to
you don't need
where
a
we're going.
keyhole. You don't need one.
Okay. Wait,
Very important.
if you don't need the keyhole, can you just try and use it now? Put it in the air, you turn it, see if it opens the door. That'd be cool.
Okay. Take out the key and just
Sure.
kind of like stick it in the air and turn it, see if something happens.
No effect.
Would this is a meta question. Would
Yeah.
the identify get the feeling that if that would have worked, that you would have had to be attuned to do it?
No.
Okay.
No, there's no attunement process. Whoever is currently in possession of the key should be able to use it immediately. And it is very. So here's a thing that I'm doing specifically because, especially in this campaign, especially with you guys as you're going in and out of like elemental planes, right? Uh, if you're like, it'd be cool to lock this thing down, you can try to use it, right? This is a tool that if you can think of a cool fucking way to use it against me, do it. You know what I mean? Because
All right.
I might throw a rock elemental that can summon two others once a day. So if you attacked him after that point in the day, he could have, probably just killed him. Uh,
Oh,
I'll throw shit at you, but this is something for you to use. And I think, as you go, feel free to use it as little or as much as you want. And I might say no. That's not really the kind of thing it's going to do. And I think because I have a pretty good idea of the kinds of things it can do, and I think because Bink is unable to quite um, nail it down, you might be best off you trying it on different things, and that might be the way you kind of discover its attributes a little better.
okay.
Okay. With that, though, as you make your way past this pit and onward towards that desert, I think we're going to end for the night, everybody.
We got so much done.
A lot.
If Matt didn't try to kill us, we would have gotten more done.
Listen, listen. You you just weren't, you weren't doing it for Gar, and
Trying to kill us, guys.
The rolls
No.
were not in our
the
favor.
rolls were really not in your
Apparently
favor.
not.
It's
Well,
true.
yeah,
Although-
when you're a level 3 fighting against something that does 4d6 plus 5 on a hit, I mean,
Only
there's not
if-
much you can roll to save against that.
Yeah, only if it rolls 20 feet in a straight line. They could only do that really on the first turn. And Wave, I rolled shitty for your damage. I got 2 1s. You just happened to already be
Already
pretty
be
low
way,
on
way
health.
down.
So,
I mean, another hit would have killed me anyway. I only have 30 hit points.
yeah. But from there, they couldn't do 4d6. That was only the special rolling attack. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks, chat, for being really fun. We got Sneaky T up, everybody. Sneaky
Hey.
freaking T. Joram in chat is reminding us to be on the lookout for a mysterious invitation. Because there might be an Inroads Productions special
Production.
event coming up in the near future that we're all rather excited about. And the less I know, the more excited I am. And it's a big old mystery.
Though
but
you
I'm
have to watch out for the invitation because it's not on Twitch because that's against Toss on Twitch. So we'll be on another site. No, I'm kidding. That will not Twitch.
But I will say, whatever this turns out to be,
Our
I'm not running
OnlyFans
it,
is-
so it's my favorite kind of D&D game.
Our OnlyFans is starting next week.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm in charge of that, baby. What are you talking about?
Let's go.
Yeah, so we might be we're gonna be posting more stuff. I know we've been working on website and working on getting videos up and all that stuff.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Follow all the
Facebook,
things.
Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We're super active on. We're working on getting more active on like the other social media sites. I will say because a lot of us are teachers and writers, and we have some writing on the website, and have friends that are we've really been doing a big push on social media to get out a lot of links to art and kind of just updates for different art, particularly right now, because I think it's so important that just art by black artists and getting it out there and consume that shit, man, because it's absolutely fucking wonderful. There's so many talented people putting so much art in the world that, books are pretty fucking cheap for the amount of entertainment you get out of it. So buy them and read them. And we're always trying to put different links and different suggestions out there that we've loved. But with that, we love you guys. We'd love for you to hit follow just so you can know when we're going live and you can see all the cool shit that's coming out. And we'll see you on Monday for our group 1 of Out of the Light. Yeah, thanks all for watching.